You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
Here's what we are following in your 11 minutes of nonstop news. Missing mail. People living in East Atlanta say items that should have been in their mailboxes are disappearing.
1 in 10 people in Metro Atlanta don't know where their next meal is coming from. How you can support 11 Alive's mission to provide our neighbors with the food they need.
A pair of shoes telling the story of Spelman College, how an alum helped create these kicks along with Nike.
We start your 11 minutes of nonstop news with an alert for a missing child. This is 11-year-old Caden James. Gwinnett police say she was last seen inside her home on Village Trail Court in Lawrenceville. That was yesterday evening. She was also carrying a yellow backpack with flowers on it. Please call police if you know where she is or share this picture. We'll make sure it's online for you. Staying in Gwinnett County, today school officials are ramping up their efforts to discourage teenagers from drug use. They'll meet at Berkmar High School this morning. They'll talk about recent overdoses on the school's campus. The school says none of the students died since Narcan was administered in each overdose case. We will have a crew there bring you an update on the message from school leaders later this morning.
Here are more headlines we're following for you happening today. Several organizations are continuing their calls for justice in the death of Johnny Holman Sr., a former officer tased the 62-year-old church deacon after a car accident back in August. According to the GBI, Holman became non-compliant and refused to sign the ticket. The autopsy from classified Holman's death as a medical homicide. These groups want the now fired officer Kyron Kimbrough to be arrested and prosecuted. The DA is still reviewing the case to determine if charges should be filed. Today, witness testimonies are expected to continue in the YSL RICO trial. The key defendants is Atlanta's rapper Young Thug. The first witness spoke yesterday. He was an Atlanta police detective in the department's gang unit. Prosecutors accused Young Thug of leading a street gang called YSL.
What we began to discover was activity by a group calling themselves Young Slime Life. Predominantly narcotic sales in the Cleveland Avenue area, the narcotic sales and distribution. We also saw armed robberies, we saw shootings, we've seen murders, auto thefts, burglaries. We did see some ATM thefts and other things of that nature.
Attorneys for Young Thug will have their own opportunity to question that detective, and so far they have denied all accusations. Cheryl.
Time now is 6:49. Aisha, continuing your 11 minutes of nonstop news in East Atlanta, where there are a growing number of reports of missing mail. People are missing things like gift cards, car tags, even nonprofits been impacted. Ariana Manise is joining us with more. Ariana, a lot of people frustrated. What's going on here?
They certainly are, Cheryl. People in East Atlanta Village, they're wondering where's their mail. They tell us checks are just disappearing, and of course they want answers. The nonprofit East Atlanta Kids Club says they haven't received consistent mail in any shape or form. Now, the majority of the organization's cash flow comes through the mail, but checks don't make it to their mailbox in East Atlanta Village. They tell us a contribution of at least $62,000 went undelivered, and they've tried everything they could to fix the issue on their end.
We've attempted different things, P.O. boxes, holds, forwarding the mail, and we just haven't. We've had checks go missing and lots of mail just not make its way to us.
Another neighbor we spoke to says that she's also noticing something was up with her mail. Birthday cards, gift cards still haven't made it to her mailbox. Now, we've reached out to the United States Postal Service inspection. We also reached out to APD to see what they can do on their end. They say they do not take reports for mail thefts, and the United States Postal Service, we're still waiting for a response. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. Chesley's helping you get out the door this morning. The last day of November's got a chill in the air, Chesley.
Absolutely, yeah. Not as cold as it was just yesterday. Now, we had temperatures down into the 20s at this time yesterday. We do have the 30s out there this morning. Still have some 20s around, like over toward Canton, you're at 28. 28 also over toward Georges Rome, down toward Carrollton as well. 31 in Duluth, 32, right? The freezing mark in Marietta, 37 degrees in Atlanta at the current hour. We had teens up there to the north. Remember that? Still going to say rock the coat, at least for this morning, on long sleeves, and maybe like the vest, maybe with the hat. You're going to need that. By this afternoon, it's going to feel a little better to you. Temperatures getting up to where they should be for this time of year, right at 60 degrees. We'll call it a little milder, and our winds will shift to more southerly. They'll be light today as well. No rain today, despite the fact that clouds will be moving in as we head into the afternoon. The rain doesn't come until tomorrow. Good 60% chance for it. 70% chance on Saturday. Sunday, 50% chance of the rain. Very low threat as we start the work week next week with the front moving through. That moisture is building back off to the west of us, as you can see. Won't make it over here today, but we will get some clouds from this. I'm thinking for the latter half of the afternoon, we'll start to see partly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy skies through the overnight going into Friday morning. High pressure on top of us right now doing its job. Winds are on the light side. It will continue to slide to the east, and we'll get back into a southerly flow, which will help to boost those temperatures and will bring in some of that low-level moisture. The rain itself stays off to our west. It will move easterly, and you see the system that will bring severe weather down toward the Houston area today. It's a level 3 threat, enhanced risk, where you see that tan area. This will weaken somewhat as it moves over toward the east. Notice by tomorrow, the level 1 threat, the dark green shade, affecting southern parts of Alabama. Some of that trying to make it into our southern portions of the state, but the light green shade over much of us means a general threat for some rain, maybe a clap of thunder or two. We are not anticipating any severe weather out of this system at all. Mainly down toward the southern portions of the state is where you can find some gusty winds with a few of those thunderstorms. Atlanta northward, not expecting too much here. Again, general threat for some rain. It'll be scattered showers off and on, and unfortunately it's going to last right on through the weekend. Now, fortunately for the rain bucket, because we need it. Don't expect that rain to be around today. It won't be until tomorrow that we'll get in on some isolated showers in the morning, more scattered showers by the afternoon, and we'll get rounds of this. So we'll have a round on Friday, a round on Saturday, another round on Sunday before things begin to calm down. Temperatures going up as well. 67 degrees will be our high temperature by Sunday.
This morning, people are continuing to reflect on the life and legacy of the Steel Magnolia mental health champion and humanitarian that was Rosalyn Carter. On Wednesday, friends and family filled Maranatha Baptist Church for an intimate funeral service.
It was so private, tears shed, a lot of memories shared, even moments of laughter filled that small church, their home church.
She didn't ask for prayers for herself. She asked for prayers for other people. Jimmy tried to beat me here. I got here first. And I'm waiting on him.
You may have noticed during the service, many of the family members were wearing leis. According to the Carter Center, it was a tribute to a special time in Rosalyn's life when she and Jimmy were connected to Hawaii. Jimmy was stationed there. They lived there together and called it heaven on earth. 6:55 now, new developments in Jonesboro, where the district attorney has now cleared charges against the mayor. Mayor Danya Sartor was accused of pointing a gun at a city police lieutenant and trying to extort money from a reserve officer. Again, the GBI has decided not to file any charges.
New this morning, the city of Chamblee is considering annexation from District 1 in DeKalb County. Commissioners and city leaders are set to meet tonight at 6:30 to talk about the annexation. If it's approved, the city would take over responsibility for services like police and public works. Residents and businesses can come out to that meeting to voice their concerns or support for the plan. All new this morning, gas prices holding steady for now while we wait to see the impact of the gas tax returning at the pump here in Georgia. While you were sleeping, we checked the new AAA gas report. This morning, the average price per gallon in Georgia, $2.79, up just a penny from yesterday. But in the next several days, we will see the gas tax return to prices we're paying, so you can likely expect jumps of about 30 cents. All right, add some new kicks to your Christmas list. New this morning, a new pair of Nikes inspired by Spelman College go on sale this week. The best part, they were created by Spelman alum Nani Edwards. Nani collaborated with Nike to design the Terminator shoe. It's going to be released this Saturday. You can see the shoe has the Jaguar prints on the sole and the inside. It also uses phrases from the Spelman hymn and features the year the school was founded, 1881. This morning, baby Liam has a new chance at life. It is an incredible update we brought you earlier this year, the original story. So Liam was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder when he was born, given a 50-50 chance of survival. Doctors said he needed a liver transplant and initially thought neither of his parents were eligible to be a match. But just recently, doctors learned Liam had grown big enough for his dad to be a match. The two underwent that procedure this week and it was a success.
All right, if you're going out by noon today, you'll feel a difference. Temperatures right around 55 degrees. We've been in the low 50s for highs so far this week, and so with calm winds, should be okay. In fact, we're going up to 60 degrees for an afternoon high. It will feel nice and milder out there for this afternoon. You'll see clouds increasing as we head through the day. By 6 o'clock, partly to mostly cloudy skies will be the call. Temperatures right around 52 degrees by then. Guys, back to you.
All right, Chazzy, we are less than 24 hours away from the 11 Alive's 41st annual Holiday Canthon. This morning, we're looking at the impact you will make with your donations. 10% of people in Metro Atlanta, they don't know where their meal will come from. The Canthon food drive will help our neighbors because donations will stock 13 Salvation Army food pantries across the metro. Last year, we brought in 300,000 cans for the Canthon, and they are hoping this year to get that amount and even more. Look at your screen. Here's the drop-off sites where we're all going to be. Come check out the morning team, say hello, and bring those donations 8 until 2.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.